So the New York Rangers and Florida Panthers would face off in Game 5. Series is tied 2-2. Who would be the victor? Who would take that 3-2 series lead? Before getting into the video, I appreciate it if you guys subscribe, like, and comment. This video will most likely not be monetized, so that support would be greatly appreciated. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. Yeah, I overslept. I woke up at 10 minutes in the first period.
All of a sudden, I wake up, I'm like, I'm late, I'm late!
So allegedly, the Florida Panthers penalty kill was terrific very early on. So let's get into the part of the game where I was actually awake. Around the 9-minute marker, Panarin would make a nice drive, Bob makes a nice stop, keeping it 0-0, and then Bennett all alone! Backhand off the post, very close call, this game remains 0-0. And Florida will have a nice chance here. Forsling trying to go for a redirect. He just misses. And then the Rangers with a good opportunity here. But Kreider Miller, he's going to be going to the box for roughing. The Florida Panthers will go on the power play. And Shesterkin, well, I mean, God, the guy's just so damn good. Makes a nice stop here. And then zibanejad, good defensive play to clear it. And Florida with a rough break in here. Shesterkin dumps it all the way down. Power play expiring, good stop here by Shesterkin. And then with the power play expired, Stenlund all alone, and Shesterkin just flops down on the ice, making sure that puck's not going anywhere. This game remains 0-0. But Bob's like, you know what? Don't forget about me. Here on a pass up, trocheck. Oh, great save by Bob. Trocheck to Fox follows up. That was a nice stop. And then Bob would make a kick save from distance. So both goaltenders have looked sharp. Tkachuk, high slot. Nice blocker save. We're going into the first intermission with this game tied. So we go into the second period, and it would start out with a Kreider Miller tripping penalty. Trouba would make a nice defensive stick here, and then the Rangers would clear it. And this play right here, I have to kind of just show the whole thing. Tkachuk with a terrible turnover. Puck gets thrown up to Kreider, and he gets a short-handed goal. This was the first point of the series for Kreider and zibanejad. Rangers go up 1-0. You can't let that happen if you're Tkachuk. You got to get it deep. It was a great penalty kill by the Rangers, but the Panthers have to be better. But shortly after Kreider's shorthanded goal, Opposo would trip Adam Fox. The Rangers have an opportunity to extend their lead. But both teams' penalty kill was better than the power play. Stenlund would have a shorthanded chance. And Mikola would get goalie interference, but because of Gustafsson getting into it, the penalties would even out, which I kind of didn't agree with, but it is what it is. Remains a 5-on-4. Ekblad would make a nice defensive play, and then Bob would make a nice stop here with his head. Mask comes off, they have to whistle the play dead. And Ekblad, who is kind of maligned at times with Panther fans, makes a nice block here. Kreider Miller, who was in the box quite a bit, made a nice defensive play here. But shortly after that, Forsling with a beautiful backhand goal. What a nice feed by Bennett, a no-look. Now it's a tie game 1-1, and I have to mention, their good blue line defense led to this goal. So the Rangers are scrambling a bit here. Trouba gets a holding the stick penalty, but the power play wasn't that effective. Reinhart would fail on a shot, Lindgren would clear the puck, and the Rangers' good blue line defense caused an offside. Wanted to point out this play here, great back check by Lundell, who had a very solid game, and Bob would make a nice stop shortly after that. Lafreniere had a great opportunity here, but he misses wide. Now, shortly before this wide shot, Shesterkin just punches Tkachuk. He's tired of him. Personally, I love that fiery temperament from a goaltender. Shesterkin would make a nice stop on Kulikov. And Wenberg here would a great setup, but the shot is 10 feet too high. Going the other way, Shesterkin makes a nice stop on an Opposo chance. This was a nice feed by Forsling, who just always the steady defenseman. And then with 50 seconds left, Tarasenko has a chance, but it's wide. We go into the third period tied 1-1. So we go into the third period tied 1-1, and Florida would start out with a very good cycle, keeping some offensive zone pressure. This would eventually lead to Shesterkin making a nice stop here on Lundell going between the legs. And then Shesterkin would make another stop after that. Rangers going into the Florida zone, you gotta like this. Tarasenko blocking a shot. He hasn't been great this series, but you can contribute without being on the stat sheet. Round 16-10, this was a good defensive play by Trouba to break it up. And then Kulikov with a great chance to get on the board, goes off the post, and Shesterkin would make a nice stop after that. And then here, another great save by Shesterkin on a very pretty play from Florida. They love the between the leg shots. The Florida Panthers were buzzing at this point in the game. Unfortunately for the Panthers, Mikkola would take a tripping penalty on Kakko. You cannot do that, but the penalty kill was solid. Forsling with maximum effort. I love seeing that. Such a good defenseman. And Lafreniere with a great penalty kill move here, just eating clock. Bob would make a nice save on Zibanejad, and then a very nice stop on Wenberg after that. The Florida Panthers penalty kill was great, and that would lead to Lundell getting on the board. Shot goes right under Shesterkin's armpit. Panthers up 2-1. And the Rangers would try to respond. Bob would make a nice kick save. Florida would keep Shesterkin busy with a nice save. And then a beauty of a glove save after that. Goodrow trying to come on down, be a hero, but OEL with a good defensive stick. And Bob would have a few saves after this. The Rangers were trying to push and get something going. They would pull Igor Shesterkin at 2 minutes, 36 seconds left in the third period. Right off the draw, Forsling with a great interception. And Sam Bennett with just such a good effort here. I know it's an empty net goal, but the effort in the neutral zone that leads up to this goal, he gets rewarded. Florida is now up 3-1, but we are not done at the Garden. Zibanejad would get a new twig off the bench, goes off Lafreniere skating in. It's a 3-2 game, but Mikkola with a smart play, just eating the puck at the wall. Panthers win this game 3-2. So like every game in this series, it was a lot of fun to watch. Good, exciting back and forth hockey. You did see Zibanejad and Kreider get on the board, so that is some good news for the Rangers, but they have to produce more for their goaltender. I know that goal underneath the armpit that Shesterkin let in is not great, but the Florida Panthers had so much pressure, especially in that third period. You just felt like the puck was eventually going to go in because they just kept dictating the play. Rangers are a talented team. This series is definitely not over. As for the Florida Panthers, solid game overall. You want to clean up some of the turnovers, but you get the win in New York. That's huge. You have an opportunity to close it out at home in Game 6. But I'd like to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Who impressed you the most in this game? Captain Paul, see you in the next one.